Hey, it's Mike with the Spacek group, and today I want to talk about how our team utilizes the lease process and how we do it a little bit different than traditional realtors. So if you've ever leased a home before, you know the most conventional way is you call a realtor, they ask you some questions, you go look at some properties, you find the property that you want, and then they have you fill out a lease application. You supply them with an application fee, and then you wait to hear back to see if you got approved or not. The problem with this method is that you obviously have a 50-50 chance of getting accepted. Now, if you have some credit issues or you have some challenges on your background, a lot of times you get denied right off the bat. Some other things that may come up if your credit's not as great, they may ask you for a double deposit. And if you're not expecting this, well then obviously that can cause a major delay or even the opportunity for you not to be able to lease a property. So I want to tell you a little bit about the way that my team conducts our lease process. So what we do is when someone reaches out to us to tell us that they need to lease a property, the first thing we do is we send them a link that has a couple of qualifying questions on it. That form is going to help us identify whether or not they are a good candidate for the lease process. Now, once we get that form and we look at it, we'll let you know right then and there if it's something that we think that we can help you with. And if so, the next step is actually filling out a blank lease application. Now, the reason we do this is because we want you to fill out an application that all landlords are going to require anyway. But what we do is we just tell you to leave the address blank so that we can use it for multiple properties if necessary. So once you fill out that application and send it back to us, what we're going to do is we're going to ask you for documents that the landlord's going to require as well. A copy of your driver's license, your paycheck stubs, if you are a W-2 employee or you receive paychecks. And if you're self-employed, they're gonna ask for 2 years tax returns or possibly your 1099s. So once we gather that information, what we're gonna do is we are then going to send you a link for you to do a soft inquiry on your credit, but it's also gonna pull your background, your a nationwide eviction search. And what this does is this is all information that the landlord is going to look at regardless. So in the conventional way, when you pay the application fee, this is what you're paying for, except in that case, you can only use it one time. In our process, since we're the ones that are supplying you the link and you're pulling it on your own, which it does come back to us, we can use that for multiple properties, again, if necessary. So once we have that back, now what we do is we have a complete file. We have your paycheck information, your financials. We have your identity information, which is your driver's license, and we have a copy of your credit, background, and eviction check. The next step in the process is now we can send you a list of properties. Pick out which properties you like based on the pictures, and what we'll do is we'll submit your application and your complete file to your top 3 properties, okay? Now, depending on what the landlords say, what we're doing is we're sending over the information and we're saying, hey, Mr. Landlord, based on our client's information, is this something that you are willing to work with? Are they a tenant that you would be willing to work with? And if they come back and say yes, then awesome. We can go take a look at the property in person, and you already know that you are approved, so you can decide whether or not that property fits you. So this is the reason that we do this is, one, it saves so much time, because if a landlord comes back and says, no, we're not willing to work with this person, maybe the credit's too low, maybe there's some hiccups on the credit report, or maybe there's a broken lease or eviction that they see, then we didn't waste any time going to look at the property, right? So we know right off the bat the landlord's gonna say no, so there's no need for us to go out there and waste time, energy, money on looking at this property. But if a landlord says yes, they're willing to work with you, then great. We go out there, we take a look at it, and if you want it, boom, we submit everything right then and there, and we wait for the approval. So this is the reason that we do this process. My team and I put this process together a long time ago because we wanted to help people save time, energy, gas, money, all of the above, right? We know that right now people's time is the most precious thing that they have, so we want to utilize it in the best way possible. So yes, our process is a little unconventional, but our process works. And it works great. So it saves you a lot of time. It saves you from having to spend multiple application fees per property because we're submitting everything all at once. Granted, you may have that one property owner or landlord that wants you to submit another application fee, but if that is the case, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, and I'll go over that and we'll talk about that if it pops up. But just so you're aware. But yes, I just wanted to make this video just so you understand how the lease process works. Like I said, I know it's a little unconventional, especially if you've rented a home before and you're like, this process is completely backwards. It is, but it is that way for a reason, because we want to save and maximize your time. We want to maximize our time to be able to help you in finding the right home for you in the fastest way possible. So as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Reach out to the team and I, and we will. We're here to answer any questions, and we're here to help serve you, and we're here to help give you all the necessary resources that you need in order to get into the home that you desire. So thank you for watching this video. Again, if you have any questions, just reach out to me. If I sent you this video, then I'm probably gonna reach out to you just so if you have any questions, we can kind of go over the process. So thank you. I look forward to speaking with you, and we'll talk to you soon. God bless.